What's up, guys? So, I personally wanted to make a video on why I am voting for Bernie Sanders and not any other presidential candidate. I've been sold on him for a couple months now. In the beginning, I was a little shaky. And before the video starts, can I say one thing? Can we stop calling him a socialist? A socialist is somebody that believes that the means and production are all owned by the people. That's not what he wants at all. He is actually a capitalist because in a socialist society, there wouldn't even be a 1%. A 1% wealth gap of, extreme proportions. That just wouldn't happen. It's just not the ideology. When he does say 1% we want to increase taxes, he's a social democrat. They still believe in capitalism, but they believe that capitalism has gone wrong, along the road, and too much has gone to too little. And so that's their means of fixing it. I am a social democrat as well. I do believe that capitalism and socialism can coexist, but that's all for that. We've never had a leftist. Bill Maher said this the other day. We've never had a true leftist in America like Bernie Sanders. They get them in Europe all the time, and they're pretty common over there. Their right is pretty much like our left, moderate and, very socially liberal. All the right-wing conservatives said that, Bernie he'd never make it past 10 points. He's crazy, he's nuts, America hates socialism, we hate it, hate. And you know what? You know what happened? The opposite happened. People love his ideas. They're so nuts, their mind is just so backwards. They think that's how this works. Oh, Americans aren't gonna like free college tuition and free health care. They're not gonna like this. We're gonna increase taxes on the rich. They're not gonna like that. Well, they're gonna hate those ideas. What a stupid thing to say, right? What a complete backwards way of thinking. People love that. I know so many people who work their ass off, and they can't go to the doctor because they can't afford it. Their mouth's killing them. They got all kinds of toothaches and they can't go to the dentist. What kind of country do we live in if the government can't offer basic healthcare services? And because we see so many other countries doing it, we're angry. Like me, I can't go to the doctor. It costs me like $2,000 and a higher minimum wage. Who should really be working for $7? Thank God California has 10. I mean, we're doing pretty good, but Bernie's 15 would be just amazing. Even Hillary Clinton's 12 would be a step up from what we have now. Americans want the war on drugs to stop. How many people are in jail for marijuana possession? How many people have been killed for over small drug crimes like 2 grams of marijuana? Just go search on the stories. War on drugs crimes. Type in like war on drugs murders. You'll find thousands of things on Google. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's time to legalize marijuana for the whole country. That, I think, is the next big movement like America had with gay rights. That's the big social issue next. And that's why I'm voting for Bernie Sanders. I think we need these things. The guy's not a fraud. He's not a fake. Go on YouTube and type in Bernie Sanders gay soldiers. This is a time he stood up for gay soldiers. In the clip, the guy calls them homos, right? His opponent. And this is a time when Bill Clinton signed DOMA with the very liberal Bill Clinton, which was the Defense of Marriage Act, which said marriage is between a man and a woman. She barely got all pro-gay, I believe 2 or 3 years ago. Her record's very shaky. She flips and she flops a lot, and Bernie Sanders has always kept it 100 on every issue. One of the Supreme Court justices just died, as we all know, and I don't want people to die, but it's come at a very opportune time for Bernie Sanders if a liberal Supreme Court justice gets elected, and if the Congress and Senate can change to mostly Democrat, he could get so many things through. Same thing with Hillary Clinton, although I don't think she sparks a type of political revolution. So that's why I'm voting for Bernie Sanders. I'm for the free college tuition. I'm for the free health care. I'm for social justice. I'm for the end of war on drugs. It's time to hold police officers accountable for all the crimes they commit. That's why I'm voting for Bernie Sanders. Like it or hate it, there it is. There's my opinion on it, and I'm putting it to rest.